What's up everybody, today I'm going to show you how I set up my DJI Osmo Nano. I just recently picked it up and I'm currently traveling across Korea. And let's see what makes this camera so unique compared to the DJI Action 6. So I will cover what's included in the box, my recommendation for settings, and I will also show some example of footage. At the end of the video I will also tell you if it's worth buying in my opinion or not. In the basic package you get quite a few accessories. You get the necklace for chest mounting. Put this on like a regular necklace. You can adjust the height. So the key here is to put this behind your t-shirt. The DJI Nano has a magnet built in here in the back of the camera. With that, just attaching to this necklace is super easy. By doing so, it will be extremely convenient to record POV content or pretty much any content you want. You also get a clip for hat and backpack. That makes it very versatile for creating POV content. You also get a window or glass mount, which you can use in the car or in your apartment as well, or any other places. And you also get a protective case, which is very easy to slide your camera in. Personally, I use the necklace the most. I think that's the most convenient in what I do, because I bought this camera for pure POV content. Just for you to know, you have to decide whether you want to shoot vertical or horizontal, because this camera doesn't shoot open gate. So before you attach it to your mount, you have to decide. Alright, so let's just jump into my settings. I'll show you how I set up my camera for vlogging and pretty much for shooting on the street. Head over to the menu, go to the settings, and here at the settings, scroll down and search for bitrate. And this is the first thing you have to change. By default, it's going to be standard. Change that to high. So by doing so, you will have the best quality this camera can produce, but also it will create larger file sizes. Going back to the menu, I usually set sound for medium so I can hear it, but I don't want the camera to be too loud. Here is a LED indicator. You can turn that on and off. If you turn it off, I'll show you. If I press recording, then the camera won't have any blinking here. I recommend you to turn this on, especially if you are going to use this camera detached from the body, so then you can actually somehow tell this is recording or not. So there is one big difference between the action cameras and the DJI Nano. If you go to the storage, you're not going to be able to record, even though if you put a micro SD card into the camera, you're not going to be able to record on the micro SD card, so you will have to record on the built-in storage first. And then from the built-in storage, you can export the content to the SD card. As you can see, it will ask you if you want to export. Let's say confirm. And be aware this takes some time. This is the base model, so this is only 64 GB, which is roughly enough for 1 hour of shooting. For me, this is actually enough. So first, basically, you just pull it up, and here you can change the frame rate and the resolution. I'm shooting in 4K because sometimes I crop in, and then you change the frame rate according to your location, so either 24 or 25. I'm in Korea right now, so in Korea you can use 24 frames per sec. Now after that, you click on this here. I usually either leave it on auto white balance, or I just use auto white balance to adjust it, and then I click on manual, and then it locks it on. So for exposure, I usually choose negative 0.3 or 0.7, depends on the time of the day. And then when it comes to the ISO, I just give it a range between 100 and 800. With this camera I'm shooting auto, but I give a minimum and maximum range. I don't let the ISO go too high up, otherwise the footage will be too noisy and most likely unusable. Now for the color, click on here, choose either normal 10-bit, and that is with color, or D-Log M10-bit. And in this case, you're going to be able to color grade the footage later. So now I'm going to show you some example footage, what I shot in Korea. So basically, I just mounted on my chest. I didn't use any ND filter. If I use this for POV, then sometimes I just keep it as normal, and that's it. This tiny camera has a built-in microphone as well, which is actually working pretty well because it's quite close to your mouth. And then go to adjustments here in the corner. So get the most natural look out of this camera, change the texture, and the noise reduction to -2, both of them. And this will create a more natural look when you shoot. If you pull this up right corner, I actually use on Action Rocksteady, and that works pretty fine with me. I just choose either natural wide or wide. If you are looking for a tiny camera that you can always carry with you without any problem, you don't have to worry about the weight, it fits within your pocket, you can also just put it in your neck. I think in terms of the price and the quality you get from this camera and how much easier it makes your life in certain situations, I would highly recommend this one. If you enjoyed the video or if you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below and see you in the next one.